What's up guys, Momojiri's here, and I have with me today an exciting deck profile for you guys. It's something that's been in the works for a little bit now. I was able to get all the pieces, and it's still a work in progress. As you saw with all the replays, the deck can take many different routes. It can go the regular Drytrons and Nekroz, Drytrons and Nekroz Herald, Drytrons and Nekroz with hand traps. It's really difficult to, navigate which style is best so we can get the most advantage out of all the cards. And at the end of the video, I'll also show you some honorable mentions of cards that I feel like can also make it into the deck. So let's get into it, and I can show you guys what's going on. All right. So first, of course, we have 3 Drytron Alphas because, playing any less will not get you the cards that you need. And this is just so good. And if you didn't know, when Alpha is summoned by its effect, you can add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Then that pairs beautifully with Zeta. When Zeta is summoned with its effect, by either attributing a ritual or a Drytron monster from your hand or field, you can add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Then we're only playing 1 Delta, which does especially lets you draw a card, and 1 Gamma that lets you summon another Drytron from your graveyard. Because these cards aren't really that necessary. We don't need a lot of field advantage, so we don't want to play too many of them. Plus, they clog very easily. Then for the other part of the package, we're playing 2 Manjus. 2 Manjus because 3 is too cloggy, and you also want to be able to search it with Ben 10. For the ritual monsters, we have 1 Nekroz of Unicorn that we might actually increase the number of because we always want more of these guys. We also have 1 Nekroz of Colossus, 1 where is it? Oh, Nekroz of Bionic, and 1 Nekroz of Gungnir, and 1 Trishula. We're playing these ratios because this lets you get basically anything in the deck. This one lets you get any of the spell cards in the deck. This one stops your opponent from activating anything from the extra deck. This negates an attack, and this banishes. So these are great. I might want to put back Nekroz of Valkyries just to stop the battle phase, but we'll see how that goes. As for the other ritual monsters, we play 1 E to 10, so we can get a ritual spell from our graveyard back to our hand. 1 Ben 10, so when it's tributed, we can get a fairy from the deck to the hand. 1 Drytron Quadrandus, and 1 Drytron Metonatus Draconitz. I don't know how. Ooh, and look, it's a collector rare, guys. Ooh, it's so goddamn shiny. I love that. So then we're going to go into the hand traps. We have 3 Gammas, 1 Driver, 2 Lancias, and 1 Nibiru. I like putting in Drivers and Gammas because they destroy the monster on the field, and Nibiru also gets rid of them. Alright, those are all the monsters. Spell time, guys. Spell time. Let's go. So, of course, we're going to be playing triple Cyber Emergency. Cyber Emergency is an amazing card that adds so much consistency to the deck. And along with that, we're playing 3 Drytron Novas, so we can always see our Drytron monsters. And to go further along with that, we're also playing 3 Drytron Fafnirs. Now, if you feel like I should cut all these down to 2 apiece, I kind of feel that way, so I could also cut down on some of the other Drytron monsters just so I can lower the deck count, because right now it's about 46. But I don't know. Tell me how you feel about that. Those are all the cards for Drytrons. Then we have 2 Preparation of Rites, so we can search through the deck more. Might bump it up to 3, no idea yet. And then 2 Pot of Extravagance, because our extra deck doesn't really matter much. We're only sending like Herald of Arclight to the graveyard. We might summon Grass Sheep or Linkariwa, but besides that, we don't really need our extra deck. For the rituals, we have 1 Nekroz Cycle, one Nekroz Kaleidoscope, a Nekroz Mirror, and Metania's Drytron. Now, I might want to play more of these just because I always want to see them in the hand, but we're also not playing that many machine monsters to really warrant it. Also, I was thinking of putting like Machinas in the deck just because we can summon anything with them, and they're very, very, very unsearching. So, I don't know. Tell me how you feel about that. Then we play one Foolish Burial, one Called by the Grave, and one Infinite Impermanence, just so we can stop our opponent in this, so we can get more cards from the deck to the graveyard. So that's the main deck, guys. Let's go into the extra deck, which consists of one Elder Entity Natis, might bump it up to 2, but you know, we don't really send too many to the graveyard. Then we're playing one Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon, only because it's level 12 and we could summon, so we could summon Colossus and Trishula at the same time because that equals 12 with Kaleidoscope. We're playing one regular Trishula so we can summon Bionic and Colossus. We're playing one Power Tool Mecha Dragon so we can summon Colossus and Unicorn. One Bionic so we can summon Bionic. And then we're playing two Herald of the Arclights because we want to be able to send as much to the graveyard as we can. Then for Exceed, we're playing one Kinkagasho Fucho and one Time Thief Redoer. Now, when I get Zeus, you best believe that card's going in the deck. Then we're playing one Link Karibo, one Cross Sheep, one Herald of Mirage Lights, then one Nightmare Unicorn, one Borrow Sword, and one Access Code Talker. Now, this is a really good lineup because these Link Karibo gets your Drytrons off the field so you can use their effects after you use Nova, or if you want to get the right monster doing the right effect first. Cross Sheep is great because you can draw. You have Herald of the Mirage Light in case you just feel like doing that. And you have spare, what is that called? Artifacts or Manjis in your hand, or Ben 10, or Ida 10. It's great. Then you have Nightmare Unicorn to bounce a card back to the graveyard, back to the deck, and then Access Code to summon right after that, or Borrow Sword Savage Dragon. Oh, not. Or Borrow Sword Dragon, not Savage. Savage is awesome. But we don't have any tuners until we get Diviner of the Herald? I think so. Alright, so side deck time, people. This is subject to change depending on your format and everything, but I'm playing two Ghost Ogres, because Ghost Ogres, in my opinion, are really, really good because they destroy the monster instead of just, negating it. We're playing two Ghost Bells to stop the graveyard, two Droll Lockbirds to stop adding, two Skullmeisters to also stop the graveyard, and one Nibiru because in case we're playing against Dragon Link, that deck sucks. Then we have, for spells, two Twin Twisters, one Harpy's Feather Duster, and two Cosmic Cyclones. We want to be able to get rid of any backward heavy decks like Altergeist, Guru, Invoke Shaddolls, whenever they really feel like playing anything heavy. And then the last trap we have is one Evenly Matched. But just look at that. It's so nice. That's a secret rare. But yes, so that is the main deck. Now, some honorable mentions I want to talk to you guys today about is, of course, the fairy package of the Heralds, Eva, and Herald of Perfection. Now, these are cards that I'm thinking of putting into the deck. Well, I have put them in and I take them out. I'm not really sure if I want to play it, but I think it's not right now that's good for it. I think when Diviner comes out and Lightning Overdrive, that the deck will really be able to, do something. So with this, I'm not so sure if it's the right time. Then, what I just thought of, actually, as I was putting together all the honorable mentions, is actually this package right here. Now, you might think I'm crazy, but the deck can really easy summon Anaconda, right? And to send Dragoon to the graveyard, or to summon Dragoon is nothing. But also, if we have like 3 Chaos space, we can send any of our Drytron monsters to the graveyard because they're all light. And we can send these two if we really want to. No, I mean, we can, yeah, we can send these to the graveyard, but I mean, that's silly. But then we also have the Black Dragon that we can just add. And then we have Chaos Valkyrie, so we can, you know, do some shenanigans. Like you use Chaos Space, you ditch Gamma just cause, and then you just add Dark Magician to your hand. Like, it gets a Drytron into the graveyard, and it gets the bricks out of your deck, so you can just have them in your hand and make your deck smaller. And then these two are just, you know, extenders just cause. And then Chaos Valkyria, if you banish it, let's say with one of these two, you can send another Drytron from your deck to the graveyard. So you get like an additional Foolish Bear, which is pretty cool. And then you know, you can just banish or banish this, add one of these two back into the deck, just cause, guys. Now, I think that this might be a little silly, but it is something. And then if you really want to, you also have the artifact package. You could put, since you have Lancia, you could put Scythe, Moral Tech, Sanctum, Ignition, all those cards. Just to be able to, you know, summon these guys, just, you know, cause to really flex on your opponent with the cool plays. But might as well just put all the cards that I just mentioned in deck, have a 60 card Drytron Oh God Why deck, and you can have fun with it. But guys, that is the deck profile. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me if you think I should just take out Nekroz altogether, throw in the Herald. No, I won't do that. And make like Nekroz a separate deck altogether. I don't know. The deck is still a work in progress. Help me out, guys. Tell me how you feel about it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, for more updates, and we'll go over any new Dawn of Majesty, Lightning Overdrive cards as they come out. Stay tuned for that, and as always, I'll catch you later, guys. Peace!